This will be the tutorial for lesson number 10 called Drawing Shapes with Loops. The last tutorial covered puzzles 1 through 7. We're going to do 8 through 11 right now. So let's go ahead and click on number 8. So the instructions for this say this staircase is much bigger. And what this means is that it is bigger than the puzzle for number 7, which was also a staircase. In fact, this program is the program that you wrote for puzzle number 7. Therefore, it will not be as long as this staircase. Let's see how long it does go. As you can see, the program as it is written only goes about halfway. So if you use a little bit of number sense, obviously the number 3 is not sufficient. Can you think of a number to replace it with? If I replace it with 4, it will go a little bit farther, but not quite all the way. Now again, a moment ago it was a 3, and that was exactly halfway. So in order for it to go the rest of the way, we should replace this with the number 6. That's it. Go ahead and click continue. Here is puzzle number 9. Now, right now, this entire program will create this staircase. What the computer is asking is, can you do the exact same pattern, the exact same shape, but instead of using a total of 18 blocks, use only 7 blocks? And the way to do that, of course, is to use a repeat loop, which means you need to look at this program and ask and see if you can figure out where the pattern repeats. Now, it just so happens that because it is a staircase or a zigzag, that kind of shape requires exactly 4 blocks. A move forward, a turn to the right, a move forward, and a turn to the left. That's it. In fact, if I were to separate it further, you would notice that we end up with 4 groups that look exactly the same. Take a moment if you'd like right now and verify for yourself that each of these groups has the exact same blocks with the exact same numbers. And once you have verified it, you realize you don't need that many groups. You only need one group. So let's get rid of all the extras. That's all we need, one group. Now I am going to connect that, and I am going to put all of it inside of a loop, just like this. This brings us to a total of 7 out of 7. When you are ready, click continue, and here is puzzle number 10. Click I'm ready. Same thing here. We have a very, very long program here. And now it says here that this is a program made up of 18 different blocks. But if you actually look at the program, it looks a lot like more than 18. And what's going on here is that this dark blue block called set color random color does not figure into this number 18. In other words, it doesn't count as an extra block. Nevertheless, this really, really long program does produce the picture that they have drawn there. What you are being asked to do is, can you do the exact same picture, but instead of using 18 blocks, use only 5? And of course, that means that you will have to use a repeat loop, which then, of course, means that you have to be able to identify where does the pattern begin again. And it turns out that you can see the pattern starting over and over and over with the dark blue. So I could separate this program every time I see a dark blue block. And again, as I'm doing this, go ahead and start verifying for yourself that these little groups are in fact identical. They have the same blocks, they have the same numbers, etc. Do they? Absolutely, they do. That means we don't need every single one of these groups. We only need one. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Just one of them. But the number 4 might not be sufficient. This number 4 right here. The number here should indicate how many groups there are. Well, this was group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, group number 5, group number 6, group number 7, and group number 8. Now I can go ahead and get rid of them. If you want, you can just leave them there if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and throw them in the trash to kind of emphasize the fact that we no longer need them. But I did count them before I did that because I need to replace the number in the loop. So instead of a 4, it should be an 8. Now I am a total of 5 out of 5 blocks and will produce the same exact picture. Click continue when you're ready. This will be puzzle number 11. The last one of this unit is a little daunting. Just kidding, it's not. It's super easy. You do have a 5 block limit. It says solve this puzzle by drawing a square with 200 pixel sides. Now you could do this the long way by making them go forward by 200 and turn to the right by 90. And that's one side and a corner. Here's a second line and another corner. Here's a third line and another corner. And then finally the last line. You could do it this way, and that will bring you to 8 out of 5. But it will draw a square. However, that's not what they're asking. Because you're 4th grade, they're asking, can you draw that shape? But instead of using only blue blocks, you would be using a repeat loop. So this is what we're going to do. We only need a move forward and a turn. And because a square has 4 sides, the number 4 will be in the loop. And there we are. Click finish. Make sure that everything is bright green. When you get to the page with the certificate, please remember you do not have to do anything with this. You are welcome to close code.